It's not often that an acquisition is bad for both sides, but that's what's happened with ONEOK's plan to acquire Magellan Midstream. ONEOK is a corporation and Magellan is a partnership, or MLP. It's not easy combining the two because there's usually a tax consequence. In this case, Magellan investors will have to pay deferred taxes on past distributions. The longer you've held your units, the more you'll have to pay. It's true this tax bill is eventually going to come due, but most MLP investors would prefer that they decide when, not the management. ONEOK is paying for Magellan partly in cash, and they say the cash portion is enough to cover taxes for the average investor. But for long-term holders like me, it won't be enough. ONEOK stock has dropped since the deal was announced, and since Magellan investors are receiving 0.67 ONEOK shares in exchange for each Magellan unit they own, the 22% premium both companies promised when they announced the deal has slipped below 15%. Plus, you have to pay those taxes. ONEOK investors get a tax shield worth around $1.5 billion by revaluing Magellan's assets at the purchase price, but they seem more worried about the increase in leverage because ONEOK is borrowing to pay the cash portion of the deal. It may be a lousy deal for investors in Magellan and ONEOK, but it initially pushed up the prices of other MLPs. This is because the Alerian MLP ETF, AMLP, which only holds MLPs, will now have to increase its holdings of other names when Magellan goes away. AMLP is big and unwieldy because it faces a declining number of MLPs to own. It was created in 2010 when pipelines were organized as MLPs. That's no longer the case. AMLP wouldn't be launched today. They're facing increasing problems as MLPs continue to shrink as a percentage of midstream energy infrastructure. It's forcing the fund into more concentrated positions of some pretty small names. Magellan is only the 12th biggest energy infrastructure name in North America, although it's AMLP's biggest holding. The ONEOK-Magellan deal will still probably go through, although it's encouraging to see that the merger-arb spread suggests the odds are declining. This deal wasn't needed by investors on either side. If you own both stocks, weighted for their relative market cap, since ONEOK is more than twice the size of Magellan, you're down. We own shares in both, so we'll get to vote no twice. If you're interested in learning more about the energy sector and interest rates, then don't forget to subscribe and follow us on LinkedIn and Twitter. Our handles are in the description box below. To find out more about what we're thinking, you can sign up for our twice-weekly blog at sl-advisors.com. We always love to hear from you, so if you have any comments or blog ideas, please leave them down below. I'm Simon Lack. Thank you for watching this video.